Darkness on earth is coming to light, so it could be vanquished. So it will be with the dismantling of those tasks, which might be the usage of technique most think exists best in science and movies. Within the not too distant destiny, the era can be used benevolently on earth. The whole lot to rid earth of darkness is progressing in step with the divine plan, conceived by the notably evolved souls in charge of the Dway galaxy along with the highest everyday council. It's far at the height of divine order you had been selected to participate, because you are the strongest of the billions of souls who volunteered. You don't remember that you knew, then you definitely as pure love light energy. The darkness has no defense against, and well skilled inside the mission you undertook. Pricey ones, accept as true with what we frequently have advised you, truly by being. You are helping our earth, our family, transform their world. Your light is that powerful. What if instead of seeing anybody as separate cloth items from one another, we noticed every different as fragments of ourselves, and truly acknowledge that deep within our being? Properly, in case you grew up in an indigenous culture, this would likely be your world view already. However, now we are seeing this undertaking make its way into Western culture and mainstream thinking. From a scientific standpoint, you can think about this interconnection through quantum entanglement. Quantum entanglement takes place while debris of their quantum kingdom are separated from every other. While you do something to certainly one of them, the other one does the exact equal element, regardless of what distance is between them. God's wondering and imagining are feeders of God's last knowing and creating resource. God's understanding mind is without time and is absolutely nevertheless. Likewise, men's wondering and imagining are equally as timeless and nevertheless as his knowing, however he stays too limited in his own focus to recognize his all-knowing capacity. Stillness can never be motion, but it can appear like movement merely seems, even as stillness always is. The generic equilibrium can by no means be aside from its personal balance, but it is able to appear to be, if you ponder this a minute. The illusion that is movement springs from stillness and always returns to that stillness. As strange as it can appear to the senses, this is a universe of rest. There may be nothing except rest within the universe, no time, no space, nothing except rest, which can talk as we pass along. Mind knows it's one concept of creation as an entire. Thoughts think it's one complete idea into seeming parts. For this reason comes the illusion of motion that's known as Advent, and the illusion of substance that you call matter. Those of you who think about and speak about ascension are aware that it's far possible to go past where most people are residing right now. And you are willing to attain out and as much as us, even before we appear to you in some sort of shape that you can see along with your bodily eyes. And while you do connect to the non-physical, of course, your mind can come in, and wonder whether or no longer it become actual. You have, of course, imaginations, and this is why it's far vital to close off your mind and reach for a sense, attain for a vibration. And in place of asking yourself whether or not no longer that was real, ask yourself the way you feel. Ask yourself whether or not what you acquired is beneficial to you, whether it serves or no longer. Use all of that as your criteria for whether you hold doing it. You are so sensitive and also very practical, and consequently, you can trust your feelings, and also you could use your critical thoughts to deconstruct your doubt whether something is real. We promise you greater touch could be made with the non-physical during this year to put together you for touch with the physical. And people of you who are excited about contact can take the one steps proper now, and we experience more of you doing it every day, and we excited to be on this journey with you and to be a part of it as properly. Within the new system, all countrywide currencies will be based on treasured metals, thereby leveling the global economic playing field. Although we can't give you a time frame for the implementation of these provisions, with the whole thing in acceleration mode and vibratory stages continuing to rise, all benevolent adjustments are coming closer. Your confidence and patience may be rewarded. I heard Gaia wants her whole populace to go along with her back to high fifth density. Do you understand how long it is going to be before everyone wakes up? First, let us clarify lower back to excessive fifth density. Cherished soul Gaia usually has been in that density where she originated, and with God, co-created her planetary body that now could be called Earth. Only her body descended to low third density when darkness pervaded the series of civilizations. At some stage in the eons that her love and caring have been with her life forms residing in 3D conditions, Gaia's evolvement remained excessive fifth density. In reality, in my view, I'm not even sure I want to know precisely the way it all works. However, I will see the value in exploring it for what answer it can offer to our collective worldview. If I might be so bold, I bet that even the largest skeptics around those subjects sense deep down that there may be a truth to something non-material about our truth, and that human beings are plugged proper into it. However, in my mind, it's also very important not to simply nation. We don't have a material clarification, and therefore, it's nonsense.